kind of before we went on air, I promised a story, and since we're talking about food, I should probably start with it.
I'm very curious about this story now.
It's proof that this podcast is not sponsored by Panera. And probably we never will be sponsored by Panera. Although, with that said, it's not like we got a lot of traffic, so we'll probably be fine if you want to have a deal down the line, Panera. But right now, not a big fan of you. Gotta say, you're not on my list. So as these guys know, but I haven't really shared it on the channel. At my job, I've turned into the guy that orders food, which I realize also kind of makes me like the kid that sold cigarettes in high school. You know what I mean? It's like the same type of deal. A lot of power in it. Oh, can't. I was like, I wondering why Taylor is shushing me on the podcast. So we were ordering Wingstop because we're fucking lazy, and like I'm kind of over Wingstop because we ordered a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, it's not the best.
I like the fries.
Quality wise. Yeah, but you have to get like the right amount of seasoning, and it's like you have to have them hot because if they're cold, they're really not good.
Oh yeah, they taste stale to me.
Like honestly, the best. Yeah. 100%. It's just the ranch that I like, if I'm being honest with you.
Sorry, Wingstop, but we're not sponsored by Wingstop either. Well, I'm not.
We're barely sponsored by ourselves. So that was that. So I go and ask a friend of mine, who I knew was sick, like me. She's been sick for a while. She's also the pickiest fucking eater I know. I'm not saying her name, so I'm not worried about saying that.
I'm gonna say it.
If she heard it, she would know. She's not gonna hear it though, because she doesn't know this shit exists. So I knew she was sick, so I went up and I'd kind of gone to making sure that she gets her order because of past mishaps that I'll not go into detail. And she's like, "Nah, my throat hurts," because she'll only eat the one type of wings. She'll only eat the classic hot wings. And I'm like, there's different items you could have.
Expand your horizon.
She was like, "No, I don't like them. You've never tried them." And then she was like, I want soup. So I was like, fucking order soup then. Because it's like, we were going to pit it up from Wingstop, so we weren't doing DoorDash. So I was like, I know you don't have DoorDash, so I'm fine, doing DoorDash for you. Because I'm fucking ordering food for anyone else anyway. What's the difference? So yeah, she picked out the fucking chicken noodle soup from Panera. And they gave me a little, ready in half an hour. But for some reason, they're not showing me an actual ETA, and they're not showing me who's making. Usually they show you the dasher, as you will.
It was late.
Yes, here's the thing, because they only accept orders till 7:30, and it was like 6:45. So I was like, decide quick.
It's like they look at the computer like,
Fuck!
I'm trying to clock out, G.
You know exactly what that's.
Man, make
exactly
the
what
soup,
We turned the lights off. The fryer.
I don't think Panera was closing at fucking 7:30. I think, or maybe they do. I don't fucking know Panera like that. I assume they were they were still open, but they weren't allowing orders.
People eat Panera. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the most basic white food you can eat.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. After this story, I'm not gonna be recommending them to anybody. So, but it says that it'll be ready in half an hour, and it works out because I have to head on lunch in half an hour to go get the wings. And we're trying to push it because we're trying to push it. Meanwhile, I still have my entire job to do at that point, for the rest of the night. So I'm trying to balance this shit out while I'm on the floor and trying, at the retail store I work at. So it gets to the point where we're getting ready to leave. And then I get a phone call. So I'm assuming it's the DoorDasher. Yeah. So I pick it up and I hear this dopey voice. It was like, "Hi, yeah, this is the Panera. I can deliver it to you." I'm like, "Yeah, no fucking duh." "Hi, yeah, I'm at the Target. If you pull up to the door, I'll meet you there and I'll grab it." Because mind you, I put in the directions, bring it to guest service.
Well, of course.
But I'm like, I can already tell I'm not working with the brightest bulb. And I need to get the fuck out of here so I can get back on time. And actually have time to actually eat. Now, granted, I will fucking take a longer lunch than allowed to eat. Because I'm trying not to pass out. So I go outside, and this is Friday, so it was cold. We're in the Midwest. It was cold. And I was already kind of sick at that point. And after like 3 minutes, I don't see anything. So I walk inside and call him back on the phone. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, where are you?" "In the parking lot."
Where at?
So I'm like, "Okay, pull up to the Target." Silence. I don't see a Target." Now, okay, so in the area we are, you won't know this at home. the fucking Target I worked at is in a fucking little duplex where the only thing in the area is a Target, a Best Buy, and a Jewel, basically. So if you're there, you're gonna see the Target. So I was like, okay, what do you see? I see a First Union Bank. Is there a Pizza Hut in front of it? I'm like, no, there's not a Pizza Hut in front of it.
I'm trying to picture where he is because I.
That's the thing.
Is he at the one near fucking? Definitely.
He had to be on Howard Street because like he was following a map. Now here's the thing. I put down 2209 West Howard Street, which is technically not the address I worked at. Technically, it's 2209 Howard Street. I'm not sure if 2209 West Howard Street actually exists or not. But granted, every other DoorDash driver has found a way to find the right address. So I'm like, and the whole time I'm saying this, all my friends are watching me do this and cracking the fuck up because they're seeing my reactions. And they're hearing what I'm saying because I'm like, I'm at the Target in Evanston. It's by a Jewel. And like, I'm getting impatient. Again, this is not soup for me. This is soup for my friend who I very much want to like me. Right?
It's fucked up that like he's getting mad about a food that like he don't even want to eat.
And you can hear the anger in my voice. And if there's any people on this earth that knows how I am when I'm upset, it's these two people on this couch right now. I gotta collect myself because I'm gonna skip over details. So he eventually says, okay, let me just go around and see if I can find it. Except in a dopey fucking way, right?
See if I can find it.
So I leave him on speaker and like I'm hearing the fucking clicking of his turn signal for like 5 goddamn minutes. So I'm literally like, do you see any landmarks? Doesn't say anything. So again, I'm in the like me and my buddies are dressed up ready to fucking leave at this point, and they're just laughing at me. But also like, hey, can we go? And my boss is in the other room. This isn't really important, but I think it's nice to know this. She's in the other room for a thing later that she will not notice, and I don't know how she didn't notice. So, eventually he's just like, yeah, I'm at the address. I don't see a Target. You can imagine how much rage was in my face. I was almost shaking. And he's at the point where he's like, let me call my manager and I'll call you back. Click.
What do they do like if they can't find it? Oh.
I stare at my two friends. They stare back at me. They're trying not to laugh. I turn around. I say, we're leaving, boys. As I'm walking down the hallway from the lunchroom, the break room, I'm stomping my feet, and I go, ah! Legitimately like that, except louder. My boss is not here. I walk outside. I'm on the floor now of Target. I have my jacket on, so you can't tell I'm an employee, but you see me walking out from a hallway. I have my hat. My Bulls hat that Dante, my friend, had gotten me for my birthday. I stop directly in front of the check lanes, take the hat off, and throw it to the ground with a loud crash. I bend down to get it, and my glasses fall down. And then as I try to pick up my glasses, they get kicked forward. And like the whole time, customers are looking at me with like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So I stomp out towards the door. My friends are following me, cracking the fuck up like Dante is. I go over to my friend Sean. Sean's 18 years old. He's a great guy. He's behind desk service. He's always the guy that when the food comes, he's like, hey Ben, you come to desk service. He doesn't rat me out. He's just like, hey Ben, your stuff is here. I see Sean. I reach over the counter, put both my hands on his shoulder. His eyes are wide. I go, Sean, buddy, if the food ever arrives, just give it to her. I'm not going to be in the building. So we pick up Wingstop, and I haven't gotten a call back. And I'm ready to cut a fucking promo on this guy. I am ready to go full CM Punk or Miz on him. I'm ready to black out in rage. So I call his number, and it immediately disconnects. I do it 3 times. Doesn't even ring. He will not pick up the fucking phone. I look down on DoorDash. It says, order complete. I'm like, okay, let's see how this is. We go back. I got a bag full of food. Right? We're going in. I see Sean. I look Sean in his eyes. Sean, did the food ever come in? I said, why?
Not delivered.
No, never came in. Houston, we have a motherfucking problem here. Because now I gotta tell my friend why her food is not here. My very attractive and nice friend who I like very much and wants to like me back. That is neither here nor there, but it's important to the story. We sit down to eat.
I kind of hope she watches this now.
I'm sure someday. We sit down to eat. I go to DoorDash help. And I tell them, my food has never arrived. So they put me on the chat with an agent. And she was like, I'm sorry. Technically, Panera handles their own deliveries, so we're actually not that involved in this process, but we can give you Panera's number. So, okay, I clicked on Panera's number.
You could have easily got the number yourself.
I'm on waiting for a good 5 minutes, eating my nuggets very aggressively. And then I hang up. And then as I'm getting off lunch, I see my boss. And I go to her and I say, would I get in trouble if I cause any property damage? She says yes, so I walk away. I see my friend. I apologize. I attempt to give her some money to buy some food. She will not accept it. So I'm like, do you want soup from anywhere else? So after much arm pulling, I ordered some soup from Noodles and Company.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And it successfully arrived. And she ate it, and she felt a little better. So in turn, I felt better.
I sponsor Noodles and Company.
But I bring the fact to you that I was charged for that meal and never received it to this day.
How much was it?
It was like 15. It was
Too
like
much.
$18.
Nah.
Too much.
Soup? Was that it? Soup?
Soup and bread.
What the fuck was the bread?
I can fucking check my phone right now.
One piece.
Man probably ate that shit.
Hi, folks. In my rage, I accidentally disconnected my microphone. I was in the process of looking up to see how much that shit cost.
Oh, my God.
He looked at the receipt, seeing it was paid for. He was like, oh.
Dude, you know, he called his fucking manager. So his manager was probably like, hey, just fucking eat it. I don't know. Fucking Panera, we don't give a shit. So yeah, right here. Panera, 0 out of 5 stars. Never
Was
ordered
it
it
the one
again.
downtown or the one closer to
Dude, it's the one that's like fucking close to Target. It's like the one by like, what is it, Walmart?
Yeah.
It's on Howard Street. It's like on the same street.
Because I was going to say, if it was the one that's like a little like ways away, then maybe it's an excuse, but like.
No, it's just a
Bruh.
fucking idiot. It was $13.83.
No, that's too much.
Too much. For bread and soup, no.
Anything over like the.
I will say though that the soup from News and Company was $17.98.
Bro,
That one arrived.
bro, I love News and Company.
That one arrived,
They out here charging for the struggle meal.
basically. So yeah, I'm sweating with rage recapping that story.
They out here.
I've been holding that in for like what, 6 days to tell you guys that story.
I'm surprised you didn't tell us sooner.
Well, I wanted to get it on air because I just had a feeling, I had a nugget that it might be good to hear.
He looked at that bag like, oh, yeah. He ain't gonna want it.
I'm trying to figure out like.
He had to be somewhere on Howard Street.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like where he was. I'm trying to picture in my head like, yeah, he said he's next to like a bank, right? Isn't that like
First Union
He
Bank.
said-
yeah? It's next to it. It's next. It's
Is
in the
it
area.
Wells Fargo that's next to.
The one that's in front of Target is TCF.
Oh yeah.
That's the bank that's right there.
Yeah.
Which is what I thought at first. I was like, is he fucking right here and he's an idiot and he can't see the big ass red circle?
Unless you don't know what Target is.
I don't know. He was dopey as fuck. That because it wasn't a DoorDash driver. It was a fucking delivery guy from Panera. Probably wasn't even a delivery guy from Panera. It was probably just a dude that was working at Panera and his manager was like, "Hey, get in the fucking car and bring this food to this guy."
Get the fucking car.
And he can't even do that right.
Sir, I don't have a car.
Probably like
Go get one.
Probably somebody's nephew that's been fucking up and they're just trying to find the right job for him. You know,
Oh, imagine.
that soup is still out there somewhere.
Imagine being one of those nephews, though. Like, bro, I told you to go to Target and deliver that food. Why were you somewhere else?
Imagine if he was at the register, open that bitch up, it's 6 pennies.
I
on the
literally,
motherfucker.
I said to him at one point on the phone when I lost my patience, I was like, dude, every other DoorDash driver can find this place. Why can't you?
Sir, do you not have Google? The
That's what I'm
Siri
saying.
not
That's
work for
time-
you?
That's what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing,
put
because it
the-
was Panera, they did not divulge his name or his number, which is what
Oh.
other. So
Yeah,
I was
'cause-
like, ooh, the one time. Actually, I still have his number.
You trying to call him on there?
Hello?
Probably still. Maybe I should have one of you guys call him and I'll put up like, you piece of shit. You piece of shit.